Hello, hello, hello. Marine action. Today, become a rogue traitor. A rich motherfucking space. A guy that owns a cathedral. Saying Lego Fortnite, you was correct. That game's not out yet. Once it comes out, we'll be playing that Lego Peter Griffin and that Lego Fortnite. Click, 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 clack. Anyway, let's get started. There's only one scenario, obviously. Game just came out today. There's an actual Lego Fortnite. No, we're going through the story of Rogue Trader. I've played some of the beta alpha versions. I didn't want to get too far into it. I just want to know if the game played right, and it did. I just gotta check. I got the super limited edition, so I need to see the tracking on that order. Cause I forgot to check like when that's supposed to come, because I had a statue. So we're gonna do on daring. I like it. You can just do no damage. I wonder if this also counts for me. Yeah. It's also, it's a good game. Customizable difficulty from the start. It's cool starting guides. But we're better than that. We'll create our own custom character. So, I was fucking around with this. I didn't know this was going to be an option. But, you can get your own portraits. So I gotta, get some commission. I gotta make myself pretty. But I'm gonna just show you what you could have had. You could have had the rogue traitor Joker. He's scared when he's ready for battle. But we'll use a default. I was feeling these. A lot more faces, a lot more color, a lot of white people left. I like this one. I want to do a playthrough as this lady. I want to do a playthrough as this motherfucker. This fucking pirate lord. This dread pirate Roberts. We have generic black man here. Actually, no. I will be dread pirate Roberts. He starts. Look at this fucking pirate king. This is this guy. Is this a woman? Hey, okay. That was a man. Okay. I thought it was a woman. It's a militarum. Dude, we'll do Dread Pirate Roberts over here. Try fit setting. So go through. Good, but we need to put some tattoos on him. So what I'm thinking is I'm going for the most rogue of rogue art like rogue traders. Just good kids. That better not be. Can I have multiple tattoo types? Oh, you can have multiple places of tattoos. That's what that is. Guess that's the intensity of the color. What scars? Face scars. Okay. That tattoo. The quill on the back, because we can keep that Imperium on us. Put a little eye shadow in. Let them know terror. I'll let them know I did some time. Tattoo color. A white tattoo. It's good with him. We gotta do black. We gotta do dark tattoos on him. I don't think the coloring works. Augmentation. So you can just get a fucking metal 4. That's what we call that's what we call an augmentation. There's a lot more customization. There was like no customization originally, and that really concerned me. I was like, well, I'm trying to do some customs. They're the same, like body head mods. Do one like that. Set of fucking manuals.
A new challenge for me.
The Emperor gave me a vision.
Lance batteries, volley!
Ruinous favor prevails.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Engage the engines.
You didn't stand a chance. For the Emperor, deliver their demise. To arms!
You gotta be pragmatic. And I'm feeling a little pious. Just because I'm a pirate don't mean I don't believe in the Emperor. And gotta pray sometimes, right? Death. Survival combat. When the wounds of a Death World character drop below 30%, they gain 20% of their maximum wounds. Alright. Just gain. There's 3 more creatures, allies, or enemies in a 3-cell radius. Yet they have -2 where there's no one around. Get bonuses to fellowship and agility, but lose willpower. I'll lose that. Fortress World. That's just basic people. I'd rather be a Void Fortune. I'm gonna do Death Worlder. Survives and prospers. That should give me bonuses. That doesn't give me bonuses to fellowship, actually. Let's see. I should be reading what these are. Death World. On Death World. Oh, cancel. Death World, the plants, beasts, and sometimes even the environment itself takes incredible and destructive forms inimical to living life. It's exceptionally difficult to colonize. Many Death Worlds possess valuable resources that require outposts or other human upon the plants there to harvest. These harsh environments result in some of the hardiest, most resilient populations in the world. Those tested and found wanting die young. Oh, we have a bunch of Brutal Hunter, 15% against bleeding. Every injury increases the Death World's character's agility by... Okay. See, once we're battle, when a Death World character suffers under stuff, this can just ignore it and they instead gain 20% temporary. I just like eat damage. I just find a reason to eat damage. Prime Lord. Imperium survives on and prospers in no small part of its vision. A rebellious mind and will such as yours could not be so easily constrained. Dark paths of smugglers and renegades, the wind that wind behind the facade of the Imperium society, offer a dangerous refuge for those willing to bow to the law. He used to be one of these dangerous yet resourceful individuals. I'm guessing this is probably the only way to get a Psyker start. Yeah, that's the only way you can get a Psyker start. So there's 2 logic ones. Proud. This is treasure that one secure things. That Lore Imperium looking nice. I like the Shadow War. My darkest hour. Suspicious deal with the wrong people result in the rise of the chaos called the horrific massacre of innocents. Shadow Torment. Arrested and thoroughly interrogate using creative, violent methods. You turned your partners into the authorities and became known as a traitor. Shadow of Torment. Oh man, they update this. So you get to start. That's one of 4 things. So warrior. So that's like your melee combat, boasting exceptional melee powers, capable of dealing high damage in close quarters. Officers use willpower, cures, get extra turns, single target buffs, rescuing allies. Operative uses intelligent perception to find and exploit weaknesses in an enemy's fence, none can withstand that. And soldiers, master of all ranged weapons, quickly to assume. I think I'll go officer. Vanguard, what's that? Okay, the allies, even when facing extremely heavy fire rating, grows stronger. So I guess that's like a tank. If I want to be bounty hunter. Bounty hunter? Instead of buffing my people, then I'll just... Nah, because I know someone else is an operative. So I... Research practitioner, strength strategist, skill, success. I think I'll do officer. I'll still do officer. Crime bosses need to get his hands dirty. Let's others do that work for him. What's that? Characteristics, fellowship, stuff, persuasion, lore. Finest hour. Friendly creature. Should turn with full EP and MP. I guess there's like an advanced version of it. Until you have to combat, the officer's fellowship is halved. Themselves, increasing their characteristics by +5, +2 times officer. I need to up my fellowship. I need high fellowship. And yeah, I'm so I have nothing at. Let me get something to 40. Willpower to 40. Pretty average. Hopefully, I can get some higher stuff. If I had a better start, like probably a hive world, I'll probably help with the intelligence. But I didn't like their fellowship loss, and I like the damage protection. As a guy who pays fucking money, I get different ships. Von Vanglash's flagship is the mightiest void ship. So only 5 centuries ago, but it's already proven as veteran frigates like the sword class. High speed. The Von Blanche see every system aboard this frigate has been tried and tested in innumerable engagements. Weapons, turrets, for hard pinpoint. Attacks with size and maneuver perfect for pursuing smaller, faster raiders and for hunting cutlass. Spawn ratios are acknowledged exceptional performance festival. Fire strikes against large enemy ships, not shying away from engaging with superior importance. I don't know if there's any difference to them. Alright, we gotta get a name. Victor Mirabis, Unforgiven. Destiny. I got it. I already know. There we go. Gotta get that edgy name. Unrepentant. Super pirate. Let's go. Jabez. Hey. Seth. Ismi. Ishmi. I always will just put my name in the character. Come on. Oh no, we gotta make a character. This ain't me. I'm playing a character. Agrippa. I just be learning names recently, you know. These are names. So let's see. We have Bad Carouse. We're on -5 crows. Well, crazy that Shadow of Torment fucks up your drinking. Gains int bonus stacks and the Surefire Plant effect. This ability consumes 1 stack and makes the next action stronger depending on type. Attacks, they deal +10% bonus for more damage. Okay, it's based on percentage. It's a non-damage meal. Enemy suffers a -10 int bonus on 1 round. Death World fucking crime lord. Right. I think we're ready. Agrippa, Rogue Trader Officer, is ready. 40 in logic. Let's see how much is voiced, how much I have to talk. This is gonna be a constant game for. Forward to this. We're playing it like 4 days back to back. So probably gonna stop around 9ish. I know I'm gonna stop. So I hope I can get there within 2 hours. If not, it is what it is. We'll go further. I'm basically stop with the prologue. Can choppy on the check. It is a little choppy on stream. It's on the YouTube side.
An excellent place for contemplation.
Talk to me.
One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Is there a reason for serving me?
Apologies. I did not seek you out to pester you with unwanted attention. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora von Valencius, at your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Agrippa Stubbs. Name's Agrippa.
Regards, Master. Or should I say, von Valencius, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperial. Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of a ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
Lord Captain. Strange title for the Lady Theodora.
Such are the traditions of the Imperial. Lord Captain is the title that was established in the annals of the Lex Imperialis at the time when the first rogue traders entered the God Emperor's service, and therefore, it is sacrosanct.
Say I'm one of the Rogue Trader's heirs. There's another candidate?
There is, and you will meet him soon enough.
Assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let's address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for
I'm
your
gonna
patron,
do this early part
and
because
I'm
I played this too many times.
She has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far. The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Okay. Got it.
Is there money to be made?
Some objects in this game can be interacted in special ways. They are marked with specific icons. Some icons let you study objects. Others will transfer the characters to neighboring locations or launch small events. These icons become visible when characters stand close enough to interactive objects. Left mouse on the icon performing associate acts. Yeah, okay. Tap to highlight objects your character can interact. Save us your craft and real. Source incredible value aboard a void ship. It's been interfered with through that. I'm sorry. Let me read that data. This information is displayed on a large screen above the Godritators. Makes a reference to familiar systems. Oh, no, too late.
I always keep my options open.
I'm thinking a dual-wielded blaster that work like that. John Silver MS. With a copy of the 2,348th volume of the Lex Imperialis, Codex of the Sacred Laws of the Imperium. She is praying to the laws. May his will strengthen my heart. My humble deeds be benefit for the humanity.
I always have a backup plan.
He always loved to see a true believer. That door.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Got a whole ass tank, baby.
What's happening?
Oh, they changed it. They changed the starting fight. Okay.
The servitors have gone berserk!
You'll love to see new things. Before it was a
No mercy
dog
to those
thing.
who oppose Von Valancius.
Start battle. She about to die, ain't she? Oh, he about to die. Oh, they both die. When in combat, all battles in this game are turn-based and take place on a grid. Turn, a character can move and attack and use their abilities. This determine how far a character can move on their turn. One Imperial Core spawns to one cell in the battlefield. Moving diagonally is more costly. Every second diagonal cell uses 2 MP. Beginning of each turn, points are restored to their maximum value. That once a character starts moving, the action no longer be cancelled.
I'm ready for whatever comes.
Make attacks and use abilities in combat. Characters spend action points or AP. Their totals displayed on the bottom panel. Bottom screen. Even attack or ability has a certain AP cost associated. Number of squares next to the icon. The abilities against their AP cost. At the start of each turn, AP is fully stored. Attack, click with a single shot icon. Each character deals depends on the parameters of the weapon they're using. The effect of the shot depends on the distance between your character and the enemy. Target an enemy with a single shot, you'll see 2 areas denoting the enemy's weapon's effective and maximum ranges. In this game, considered attack actions can only be used once per turn unless there's specific talent or system characters might have. Character performs an attack action, they will not be able to attack again and will lose the remaining movement until the start of their next turn. A command, force now push themselves, increasing their characters by 11 for 1. I don't think I need to do that.
See to it personally.
It's only a 1 fucking. Better. I said do better. Now she's dying. You killed her. What you did, crewman. Scarspeed.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Ouch. Is allowed to enter the premises. Stations!
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Stop using M to orient yourself. Star's head are still moldering. Its plasma selection was a short circuiting of the motive force. Tarantula sentry gun, constructed with the blessing of the depth of cannons, used standard temples construct factorums of Kiavagama. Let's see these rocks. A vital alloy which upon closer damage turns out to be a handcrafted object. Symbols carved with pivotal tools are visible on the surface. Obsidian? Black shard resembling obsidian. If you look closely, you can discern a strange, barely perceptible glow inside the artifacts. Demon Rust battle tank, reclaimed and restored by the grace of the God Emperor, the first to breach the capital walls during the pacification of Vortexthon. Finish another symbol of the House von Valor, displayed here at some point in the future. I'll fill it up. Massive golden amalgam interspersed with sparkling particles. Fool's gold. Stone on the pedestal is no doubt solid, but surface shimmers and changes hue, as if someone has captured a piece of turbulent sea within the rock.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
That's me. Strange object that smells sea coral. We're just looking at pretty shit. We're just looking at just letting the world know. Great crystals. Damn, she was a crystal girl. She got a lot of rock.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Servitors. What happens when you just take a body and make it useful after death? I don't see. This is simply irrational, Lady Theodora, says the man dressed in peculiar garb. His voice tight with tension, his face, half of which is covered by synth skin, is twisted in a grimace of displeasure and disbelief. Assimilation to the trade structure would be a political and economic suicide, practically an admission of heresy. The tall, gray-haired woman pins him with her gaze, her cybernetic eye flashing in crimson. I don't think they're living long if they have no voices. Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation, no worse than my seneschal could have. Make a decision. What will you do with Aeon 6? 6, Edelthrad. Summers to serve the room. First impression of Edelthrad. Appears to be about 30 years old. Is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinews, implants, and bone. Nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. Stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valancius' features appear as if they were carved like marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Ethelthrad. Behind the two of them, you see two more men. There's a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who's studying the contents of his data slate, his tablet. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manners of weapons. Our second candidate has joined us. The dry female voice and the powerful feeling of being watched force you to take a look at Theodora. Trader is looking straight at you. Her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive. Agrippa, approach and give me your answer. Got some skill tests. Skills reflect their knowledge and capabilities. Some dialogue tests shape passive skill tests, which the test succeeds. New information will be revealed in hidden dialogue options unlock. The highest score of the applicable skill is selected for each given passive skill test. Consider the hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Cronus expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirit that protects those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. Mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Let's give up your name. It's named for dangerous aliens. Just verify that it's indeed the case in the population engages Xeno worship. Confirm whether that is happening against witchcraft or not. It might cost several psychers to do so. Peculiar-like indications from the natives would eagerly betray their chieftains in exchange for a quiet life serving aboard my ship. To know best. These reports of spirits continue to sound heavens of heresy, however, put my interests first, no matter what happens. So I must be purged for the good of the Imperial, and I shall experience. I have this extra lore. Do that one. Just be. Do the Xenos. Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove rather long and fruitless than ever. Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad of horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you, Agrippa, are simply unaware of their existence. Shut your mouth, Ethelthrad, before I decide to shut it for you. The temperature in the room dropped. Ethelthrad gives you a baleful look, his eyes narrow. I invite you to try, you miserable vermin. I'm intrigued to see how pathetic life will... Ethelthrad! Edora's tone renders him silent. I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me, then, why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence inspection of the compartments in his purview. I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I will forget time. Thrad bows for a moment and takes his leave without sparing you another look. Go, faster! Gaze fuzzy. So, Agrippa, why are you here? Questions I wish to have answered. Or direct. I approve. But you'll have to wait. There's something I want you to understand first. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaras. I'm a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. My rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic, the warrant of trade kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium, carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It's my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. You, Agrippa, are one of those with the von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance over when the hour comes. Does this mean there's other heirs? Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his soldiers. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Dora sighs and looks away pensively for a brief moment. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Konrad Volkswehr served me for many years before he had made the mistake. Master of Racers is related to you. His kinship with me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is closed to him. Voigtwehr's performance in his current role is satisfactory, or it used to be, at least. Thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now? Lockfix at Theodora's tire suddenly comes to life, but all you can hear is an unintelligible noise. Theodora winces, shuts off transmission, and gives you an imperious nod. I have some time before the navigator gets the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge. Say an incident took place on the officer's deck. Some servitors went berserk and attacked the crew. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance. Could be the warp playing tricks on us despite the Geller fields. Or perhaps there's something into all these stories about the ship being possessed after all. The authority laughs nonchalantly. The gray-haired officer gives this rig trader a look of cautious approval. Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread by the uneducated riffraff. Enough, Abelard. Abelard. I can read. This is gonna be a game of reading. Such heresy, just hearsay, amuses me. Adira eagerly tells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. Turns to you. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. Alright. What are my current responsibilities? Observe, learn, absorb. Take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel. In your new position, eventually I will find a post that suits you, as I did for Edelthrad. Till that time comes, consider yourself my aide. Where's the ship headed? The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Only 3 rogue traders exist in the Cronus Expanse. The Cronus Expanse? And each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand. Steward grimaces. She gives you a stern look and shrugs. For a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose of this voyage, but now is not the time. No more questions. In that case, I shall head to Doors Vox awakens more. This time you pick up shouting. The Lord Captain freezes, listening to the Voxcast, then nods and draws your weapon. Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. She glances at you. It's possible that the chance to prove you worthy Earth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated. Like now! Just eating shots in the face. And afraid no auto gun.
Your demise is already calculated.
Turn by initial roll. Turns displayed on the side of the screen. First character, very bottom goes first, and then goes and so on. So we're not going to teach movement yet. Look at this man go. I know. Abelard, he has a position. Mort got that melter. That man dodged it. That man dodged death. Increased the amount of people in this fight, though. Attacks. Structure never stops moving for a moment. It's like the orbits and figures representing celestial bodies. Guess that's the timepiece.
Taking calculated risk is in my second nature.
He's outside of my shooting range.
On it. Another enemy down.
Boom! Pop his head off. Hit is landed. Does increased damage equal to the character's critical damage stat. Character's critical damage is 150% of the damage by default. Certain of talents, effects, and abilities can increase. Each weapon has its own critical damage stat, which is added to the character's total. Ah, we don't just Righteous Fury? Alright, I want exploding dice. Where's the Righteous Fury mod? I'm gonna need you to just fuck up that entire group. Just let them get in a melter range. Just doesn't care. Melee damage though. He cared that one. Aim right. They don't even keep. They don't even look right. Ooh. Ooh. Where you going? Pop him out. Ah, bad angle. I go here and shoot him. I better off just shooting these guys here. Chance, but I'm just saying. I'm just too good. Temporary positive effects. Oh, plus 50 ballistic? You can't miss with a plus 50 ballistic. You should not miss with a plus 50 ballistic skill. That is fucking broken.
One fewer target.
More. I just have a bug fix button. Dora waves her hand in a commanding gesture. Mort, take a team with you and clear a path for the transport line. Do not let a single horse survive. She turns her eyes to you. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst on the deck, Not bad. I've seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by the position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. There's a Vox in her hand. All you can hear is lifeless stacks. Instead with the rampaging servitors may be connected to what's transpiring. Possibly. Quite likely. Theodore Winters inflicts a switch on her Vox a few times. We'll investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation. Reorders. Fix eye contact with you. Mort has gone ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the arch-militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Keep your wits about you.
Get Morris out here shooting people up. He doesn't care. He gave him a melter gun. You just don't give a man a melter gun at the start. That's his primary, is hate. Joe lets out a sigh of relief upon seeing you. Thank Providence you're alive and well. Always on time here, Conrad. When we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it. I points looks away from the arch-militant to you. Mort, pull yourself together. He looks back at you. Would the Lord Captain send you chivvy us along? Send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away. Pulls his Vox and belt and hurriedly reports the situation. Master of Whispers, what's happening on my ship? Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant has destroyed several more heretics on the way here. It's a severe case of warp madness. Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Reports! I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Jella field failures. But I think it's Geller actually. But communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they've ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I'm receiving scattered reports from the middle decks. The only vox cast from the lower bay are the one-way heretical gibberish. Wait for pauses. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps it's an organized mutiny. They attempt mutiny here in the warp. Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Vicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It's a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. I have the means to do both things at once. Her expression changes as her eyes flash simultaneously. Theodora looks at Voigtver. Edelthard, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psycho aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than the whole army of madmen with improvised weapons. I tried to locate him, but the last thing about this movement is that he arrived on transitional deck 18. Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthard immediately. Seneschal, locate Class and the Sister of Battle. Both of them remain at my side. Archmilitant, with me. I must go to my study. Appears that we might encounter heretics along the way. Agrippa. Theodora glances at you thoughtfully. If I may, Lord Captain. Voigtver's voice is soft and conscious. Translational deck 18 is the heart of the disturbance. If our goal is to bring Ethelred back, I can use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies in the house as esteemed arch-militants. And taking into consideration Ethelred's psychic powers, psyker powers. Okay. Then it's settled. Agrippa, find Ethelred and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator, she points to the massive doors, leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers in the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. You understand? Cannot promise that I won't lose our dearest heir somewhere along the way. Shakes your hand. Conrad, keep an eye on our spirited guest. You're a person responsible. Mort! That's my guy Mort. A little bit. It's my favorite part. As you nod. We're ready to head to 18. This is a long walk and you don't have the proper gear. I shall make do. Lead the way. Of course she will. Just spot for something. Hey, Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on her as one of her heirs. That is no longer relevant. The pop and a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen. You're consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain. It's a punch. I promised you a special destiny, Agrippa. It's time to fulfill it. Haha, trauma. Motherfucker.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Voigtver, you two-faced scum. You're the one behind this mayhem.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. the sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
Oh boy. Coercion. I have a chance of 80%. Let's go! What sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy? You sordid, wretched piece of grokshite.
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness? Theodorus Kerr. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
Test and dialogue. Blade fires in the dim light, and drops of blood of fear appear on your palm. Brief moment, you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing them with the singular urge: go to the gates, go to the gates, go to gate. Get out, I'm not your puppet! Listen, your heads giggle and mock you desperate outcry. Listen, shooting influence forcing you into feet and making you step towards gates looming at the center of the chamber. Damn. Didn't pass the test. Gateway arch, you see a cogitator with human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. Sentinel turns its head to you. One of its eyes sockets lighting up with two ember irises. What am I looking at for that? I have a 75% chance. Second is 45. Clean experience right there. Carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. Immediately catches your eyes a strange alloy that is used as a material for the machine's components, some of which are familiar to you. Suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. Incredible, rare, and powerful piece of technology from humanity's ancient past. Servitor on the gate begins to move. Screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward, closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glints with a dim light. The vid screen on the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. Whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. Voices that filled your head after Voigter's wounded you, his blade did not go away. On the contrary, the source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. It's for a weapon. Just finds that something could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty and in perfect working condition. Nearly a broken panel or a protruding piece of sight. I'll place my hand in the maw. Until his jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat. As the servo motor start up and pumps stern emotion, the screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
I don't understand where this quiet voice is coming from. Crackling and static. Is it a sentinel? The cogitator? Is it a figment of your weary mind? Sure it is. You can clearly hear every word. Yes, I do require assistance. Choose through your head and subside just as quickly. See, the intensity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
76 damage. Ah, boy, it's a heavy bolter now. The trick.
There is still another way.
People hit them with the tricked you. Tricked you. Ah, mouse. What is this? Old and says healing time. With Medikit but requires past Medikit skill check. Introduce the character's resolve and cause trauma. These gates match the importance of the thing that they protect. Massive doors are made of heavy metal and impregnable. Did we know? By my will and the true words of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the world trade. We a paragon we made in broken division. Walk bravely first in the darkness, unite and claim what is lost. Trying for nightmares untold to hold bold the reins of fate and walk so through the pain of greatness. Why'd it go so fast? Go slower.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
But we need to have
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Server skull goes silence. Raise clicking. Second after second passing, you realize that the server skull will not answer you. I need to contact him, preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Account screeching. Server skull's Vox projects the voice of Theodora von Valancius. Story and written with static, yet still recognizable beyond a doubt. Voxmaster! Restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I'm trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me? I'll work on my voice. I'll get my character voice.
Following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Are you the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Notification top, stem that. Go. Or click mouse on the notification at the top screen. Wow! No, it's reached support. Seal the warrant. So the last foe has been killed to say.
Master,
He has a voice.
whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me. What is the meaning of this?
Konrad Voigtweier is a traitor. We parted ways on the officer's deck. He stunned me somehow and brought me here. I'll find it. Then to take revenge for something and try and reach the warrant. He's clearly serving the old unholy gods of the warp.
Serving the gods of the war? Kunrad is a heretic. Oh, Voidfair, you void rat. Madness. And this mutiny is likewise his doing, no doubt.
Voigtweier openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind this mutiny.
Saints then it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Oh. Lose wounds. Your character suffered in the attack by Grimdark. That's what happens. 50%. 7% moves. Initially suffers an injury. It's considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once 3 rounds have passed, the fresh injury becomes old injury. She can be healed using a med kit without taking any skill tests. Old injuries can be healed. Characters' mission treatments are passed. Okay. So I have stain remain. The med kit. Kits can only be used by characters with a field medic feature, base skill Medicaid, or the Medicaid skill damage at least once. Use Medicaid in battle, Medicaid skill test serves the number. So you always gotta do. I can't actually use those.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Damn, look at that hat.
This wound will make a that is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Some? I heard one of Theodora's voxcasts.
Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the navigator's sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
Can we expect to find in the navigator's sanctum?
During warp transit, the sanctum is closed to
Go
all
for a
who
Caribbean
are not
accent,
involved
like
in
I'm not from the
traversing
Caribbean.
And for good reason.
Caribbean
For the
accent.
navigator to open their doors and proceed away.
I go Trini.
We bathe in the energies
That's
of
what I
the
do. I make myself a Trini.
Only a navigator can withstand such an ordeal. For the rest of us, any contact with the warp is fraught with perils such as loss of sanity, spontaneous mutations, and death.
Navigator's sanctum. Very well. Will you lead the way?
Absolutely. Let us proceed.
Leave the stacks on your rough Simmons River Skull, and you make out Theodora's words from the noise. To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight with the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home. With all your might, destroy those who have dared.
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
Onward!
The Emperor is with us!
I will level you.
Attack phase. Eat those, gotta eat those.
Me of pain won't stop me. It's as good as done. Your end was never.
Damn, he lived. You better. And yeah, turn. I need this fucking animal we got here. Get better. He's a melee monster. And he's a warrior. Specialized in melee combat and draw on the enemy's attacks. Charge unique warrior ability. It's only when using melee weapons. It's not considered an attack action. Use charge to close distance you and your enemy. Damage. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Indeed.
Oh, one you died. Brace for impact. Send through so gain +2 reflection for each archetype taken by the officer. That parry in there. They have to look at you. Actively better. I'm not him.
Back. I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen.
Fortunately, I was not that guy.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
I was still on cooldown then? Look at this man. Guy's just gonna unalive him.
Victory is reduced to dust.
Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me.
Let's make some opportunities. Who, if not another enemy down?
Out my way. I even need to buff you. And slack him up. Set him down and whack him, slack him. Experience points. Now we begin the leveling up process. True skill, persuasion, calmness, courage. So what do I have? Skill value is 35. I think it's +10. That's very strong. Use my awareness first. Strong perception. Oh, did I get picked multiple? Okay, I was at the summary part. Yeah, we're just gonna give you athletics checks. I just need him to be strong. Casablanca.
Look no further. Let me help.
I owe you a debt. Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
The enemies have no further need for their former belongings. You can discover valuable trophies among them. Click on right side of the trophy collection window, go to your inventory. Such items can be used or equipped by your characters. Items on the left are packed up as cargo and sent to your ship, which can later be used to trade for various factions. You move trophies from one side of the window to the other by dragging them over. Alternatively, you can use the buttons at the bottom to mass transfer all items to your inventory and vice versa. Take a last pistol. It's a cargo. I got 2 guns. 2-gun Larry. Navigator Sanctum.
The navigator sector.
I'm gonna get my starting party here.
He will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
Okay, lady. Okay, lady. That's a lot. He just killed a dude.
Watch your head. Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
I think she likes that they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valencius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
Oh, there's blood on the walls. Walls are bleeding. Stays in your consciousness, shrinks and crawls in deeper. Its claws scraping against the walls of your mind, as if the presence is trying to hide from the seared sand for you. A divine, are you?
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are von Valencius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
See, I didn't think I'd like her because I had to read her voice, but now someone else is reading her voice for me. I think I like her as a character. You hear a few clicks from the relays in the servo skull. It has followed you all the way here, and Theodora's scrambled words give way to a voice vaguely familiar. Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp,
Thank you for talking.
then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What's that you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all this Screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt.
Go rocking the boat.
To the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the engine Seer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Yeah. I see the Navigator as well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Select several characters. Select one character. Select multiple. Hold mouse button and drag a box around them. So press backspace. Hey, destroy that field! Don't keep our master waiting! Guys. It's like we got a combat.
Here we go again. Are you ready to die?
Take holograms, gauge effectively intended actions and comment for taking them. Just gonna do more stuff. Chance 65. Just God, he's gone by the Emperor. He's not even Damn. That was good damage. Not good enough, baby. There's a psyker and an operative. As an operative, she can study opponents and identify their weaknesses, and her psychic abilities allow her to deal damage to them. As opponent enemies is an operative which applies the exploit effect to all enemies within the operative's line of sight. Each of the operative's turn. The operative can also use this ability against specific enemies and inflict several stacks of this effect. Higher operative intelligence bonus, the more exploit stacks will be secured. Inflicted. When the operative hits the target with the exploit applied to them, attack deals additional damage. Scratching every part of my body. Suppose means an operative can be used to against a single enemy who is under the exploit effect. Display to reduce the enemy's dodge, parry, and armor. It's your second unleash spike powers against enemies. In the future, you'll encounter staves with only psychers versed in certain disciplines can use. For example, you might find a staff that lets psychers Inferno. To do so, they must first have the pyromancy psychic disciplines learned.
Anything else? The scryer's job will do. Be gone.
Gone. That.
On it.
Make it better.
It will
Yeah.
be done.
Sick.
I'm not interested.
Can I fall back now?
One gunshot. I do not want to be here anymore.
Don't let your guard down. It's as good as done.
Well, do we say?
I won't stand for it.
Better. It's not the better I want.
But of course.
Shriek on that motherfucker. Oh, we don't got that.
My place is at the fort.
And fuck him up. It's the work. That's hard work right there. Vesperias. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with the throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have made too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily. The air whistling as it exits through the two dark gill-like slits in its cheek. The creature's eyes are shut, the two ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the center of its forehead. I believe Master Vesperias still lives. Abelard flinches at the sight of the stretched skin and the dark marks on his face of this creature. The servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the war. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive. Hey! Hey, are you alive? Navigator stirs, barely able to lift his head and half open his normal eyes. Dark drop rolls from under the closed eyelid of the third eye and down to his face, leaving behind a black trail. Your time is short. This comes from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair. It's unclear how the navigator is able to produce human speech. You need... our time is short. Our time is short to do what? Jumping voices. Suddenly, the navigator's body starts thrashing in place. It lurches forward, then falls back into the sea. Then thrusts forward again as its bones crack and its skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuses. This remains seated, but leans as far forward as he can. His layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slits burst open, forming two hideous screaming mouth-like pits. Fall to your knees, mortals! Behold the final dawn! Dia shrieks in terror. It came from beyond! His body is not his! Then your scream is echoed by silent cries in your head. The sea creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to paroxysms of corruption. Its march thunders under the hurricane of hope. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and chainings, each one a portent of salvation within me. The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, and his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. Dark ooze from under his third eyelid is turned from a trickle into a stream of mixed with the blood coming out of his nose. There's purplish swelling around the eye. Run! Flee from this place while I still have strength! The words come out the Vox as a labored rattle. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. It can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help. Just Elrod. The navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now? I'll gaze at the figure in the chair. The Sith can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It's worth a try. Let's get to the bridge, but we will need support. The only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Adelthrod and his people. I believe you will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms, and the serval skull relayed us to us earlier. Spear reaches her hand out to the forward of the navigator, but pulls it back at the last moment. Vesperius! Good luck, and thank you. Navigator does not give a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming under his closed eyelids. Vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out, static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. He's dead. Only slight movement in his chest and twitching his eyelids let you know that he's still clinging to life. Oh yeah, that arm got real mutated. Gotta go yoinky doinky. Really needed. See, the bleed is why I want this though.
I will lead us to fortune.
Oh, it doesn't cause action points? Now your Sam is the private haven of the ship's guide through the warp. Death trap for anyone left to the side after translation into the Tyrion. Back this way.
I always have a backup plan.
Not that way. Back the way we came, I think.
Is there money to be made?
Oh, how foolish of me. Officer's deck. It's crazy that demolitions is based off agility in this. I distinctly remember it being like an intelligence check. Use it for crafting. I have to crack open the book. Cutscene's working. Oh shit.
Your ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
Didn't even know he was wrong.
Pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot me.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step further. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Kind of OP. She got some power armor. Kind of unfair. And a bolter. The white-haired nun warrior. White-haired nun. I fucking just like nun. The white-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing, the weapons quiver in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems she is not going to stop and will instead continue to eliminate every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Agrippa von Valancius, the Laird Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends who are twisted by smears of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the arch-enemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces.
House.
But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed master. Whispers. Edelthrath the Air is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
I am no traitor, sister. You can be sure of that.
You speak truthfully. The Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution. I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
It's a warrior of the Tempest Sororitas do not board a trader's ship. Or to serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Who are these people with you?
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
What's happening on the officer's deck?
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
Well, looks like we're going in then, boys. We must get onto the main hall of the deck.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
Do you know when the Game Awards are on? I honestly don't give a fuck about the Game Awards. Like, there's gonna be some funny memes, but someone's gonna make a video for that. I mean, I looked at the just looking at the nominations. Like, I don't give a fuck about who wins. It's Baldur's Gate for anything that matters. That's about it. That's how it's going. There's nothing that matters. Street Fighter for fighting, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
We will follow.
FC24.
Hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Logi. Get in here. That just looks like more. Good. I think we're. Two stubber rolls. Should maintains there. Give my man a gun. She got a gun option. Got an auto pistol and a bolter option. Boo, it's not real power armor. She gets a mesh chest plate. Hold me back. You can see the hole she shot through. Explosion blasted a hole through the door. Large enough for a person to get through. Let's go through this door.
I'll warn you if I hear anything.
We should deal with
Whispers are getting louder. I'll bleed you dry.
Shooting first. Okay, she gets to shoot first. Gent is warrior of the best swords and a soldier. She's expert with bursts, ranged weapons, and weapons that deal damage in an area. Gent's strength is her ability in combat. Has a unique soldier ability. Using it grants soldiers extra movement points and reduces the cost of their next attack by -1 action point. Soldier also for -10 penalties to their ballistic skill for this attack. One can also allow the soldier to perform an additional attack with a ranged weapon, which is handy too if you want to make more attack within this turn. Total Slaughter is a soldier ability which can be used once for each 3 enemies the soldier kills in a single battle. Each activation of this ability increases the soldier's ballistic skill, critical hit chance, and critical damage. Attack stacks to last until the end of combat. So you want them to be finished, people. Sometimes you should make burst attack. Unlike single shot, burst fire requires you to select a duration rather than a specific target. Burst attacks are particularly effective against clusters of enemies. When performing a burst attack, characters fire several successive shots in different directions. Most of these shots are concentrated in the center of the selected attack cone. Therefore, allies. Well. It's a better shot.
As the Emperor
Clear the way,
commands,
baby!
I act.
Damn, didn't kill. Did good damage though. We're gonna call it there. Whoa, calm down, Cutthroat. She's not. Damn, he kind of held me down.
At your beck and call. One fewer target. It will be.
I got a free hero from that though. Oh no!
Was that you? Or... Will do.
That lightning strike.
What an unfortunate
Lightning bolt.
fate.
Damn, she good. How dare you? I was in cover. Types of cover, full cover, and he was going shoots chance hit by 60, partial is 35. Total fixtures. I just want this guy dead. Ooh, it went through! I didn't know it would go through! Oh shit! I thought the bullet would just be inside of him. I was able to pierce him, he's deal damage. Obviously, the also carries percent behind him. Mission rounds is not found most. Weapons have 0% parameter, which is some type of weapon. Ooh wee! I must not have that skip this, okay. School today. Leave her alone, please. Please leave her alone. Then
Guided by faith.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
That little brain popper.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
It's that one. Yeah, she needs to get better at that. She needs to get better at the not being hit.
Follow my lead. I will do my duty.
Why does it only do rapid fire with him?
Took care of this one.
Burst fire, I should say. Can only be used in combat. It's because it's in his offhand.
At your beck and call.
Damn, he's good. Can she hit them? Still do that move.
Cover me. On it.
It means expediting.
That is not my destiny.
Ah, they were too far away. I didn't even know.
No can do.
That's crazy. I wasted that. You better.
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally.
I missed. Well, that's my turn. She can heal herself.
Injury will not slow me.
And you see him with a brat-ta-ta-ta.
Strike is a prayer.
That brat-ta-ta-ta. This isn't gonna fuck it up.
Reduce to dust.
Shouldn't asked. He was fuck it up. I'm just gonna leave him there.
They who discern the future own the battlefield. Will do.
Thoughts.
Was that you? Be gone.
Is it just guaranteed damage? Yes, it's just guaranteed damage. So, yeah, I'll take that warp chance. Guaranteed damage.
But of course.
Let's do that one.
Another enemy down.
Ooh, I should have. Can I still? She's tired. They're tired. It's gonna hold.
I will bathe this battlefield in
Shoot him.
righteous fury.
I have the wrong gun.
Doubt is for the weak. I'll do it.
Wrong button. I can shoot again though.
Without deeds is worthless.
Gents, I know we could have done that. That's on me. I'm gonna blame myself. They say it's too soon to have a will moment.
A tactically sound approach. It will be done.
Yeah, chopping hands off.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Yeah, we're just gonna collect them. Von Vos, just 40 ship sits in the post. Lewis and keep the captain. Well, that's not the one I picked.
I always keep my options open. Success is the only outcome I accept.
Get technical use skill, dialogue, and during explanation, you can often finish tests. Side dice. Each test has difficulty up to 100, including negative. Tests key. Roll a value less than the sum of both the stage difficulty and the value. Skill used. For example, you are attempting a test with difficulty of -10. Your character's sales skills is 40. First -10 is 30. Good. Collecting shit in my own ship. Such song. Tech use it. I know I had looting like this to do.
I always get the job done.
Anyone ever tell you the middle of combat is the worst time to be glued? Of, you know, ship-wide combat, I mean. Sprints and gold and spines book. The lab retains works in Imperial seas. Services. Machine set. Expendable items. I'm gonna loot my own fucking ship. My own, I guess, grand aunt's ship needs to be looted immediately. We have the best one do that.
Duty prevails.
Oh, we have a level up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's read some levels. Down, officer immediately. It's an ally. An extra turn with action points equal to 2, and the ally is under the effect of voice of command. It kills the enemy before the end of the officer's turn. The ally gains 1 additional. Okay, so I just have to take this. Next turn, all incoming damage is reduced by toughness bonus, and warrior gains toughness bonus to temporary wounds. I'll pick the right one. I'll pick the right one. Brave moves all exploits and targets to decrease the dodge and pick. So yeah, demolition, slaughter. Usually it wasn't a level-based game, so I wonder what level is the cap.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Ranks back in the day. Good, some more piece of candy.
risks. Keep your wits about you.
I can take use of that.
I won't let it define me. Failure is just a temporary setback. That's how it's done.
Okay, I'll list everything. Get that. Can I not have it shown?
Let us not dawdle.
Athens lifts. I'll have to look. It's Elthard. Edelthard. Ethelthard. Kelathard. It's safe, everybody. We can make it. It's safe. Let's go. We can make it through that one. She just walked through the fire. The roar of flames rings in your ears, and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. It's as if you recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire. You're surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming. You distinctly hear the sound of footsteps, and then you see the figure walking out the fire toward you. It's Theodora von Valancius. Her expression is calm, terrifying so for someone whose body is engulfed in an inferno. Her hands is resting on the hilt of her power sword, the other raised on an inviting gesture. Are you my lost heir? She goes still as a statue and slowly raises her weapon. An apparition! Sorceress apparition! Trickery of the warp! Sister, you will lower your weapon! By his commanding tone, Aldor does not sound too confident. He's staring at the rogue traitor. You notice the muscle in his cheek twitching. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous. Aren't you in pain? Pain is but a reflection of one's weakness, Agrippa. To renounce weakness of spirit in pursuit of greatness is the only path of heights worthy of a rogue traitor. Watch you without blinking. Your snake-like gaze almost makes you forget that the fire is searing you, leaving burns in your skin. I can lead you out of those flames, Agrippa. Show you a path, rid you of pain. Give you weapons so that you may defeat the enemies. Decide. Up against the salve, each word Theodora speaks is like music to your ear. Neither now dwells in the deep recesses of her mind, pleading, begging, demanding that you give her an immediate answer, answering me nothing other than acceptance. Do not listen to the abomination! Agrippa, if there is naught but his light in your heart, if you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises, nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul. To the void with you! We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace. People! Connor looks back at the coughing, confused people around you. Agrippa, the survivors are in the middle deck. We must help the crew, lead them out, find a way. Flames, you hear sounds, frightened voices, muffled swords. If there was a body of water between you and them. I'll not leave my people in harm's way. Look away, and the illusion breaks. The unbearable heat instantly makes your skin burn. The voice of the people beyond the shroud makes it grow stronger. Oof. What's that say? Okay, about that. See you and your parents rush back, barking orders and guiding the survivors. In your determination, you completely forgot about Theodora. You turn your head and see nothing in the bellowing fire. Fall back, and you'll go. Let's go around.
Where did she go? The thing that was standing in front of us in the fire? I could have sworn.
To the same place all unholy visions.
Just gonna crash the platform. You're gonna say something. I had shooting the dude.
Too late. We are too late. Or perhaps Edelthrad and his escort never made it here. Which would be even worse.
Or they could be fighting on the bridge as we speak. Without us.
Sounds really mad. Now that's why I brought shooters.
My lord, I beg your pardon for interrupting. The people are asking for orders. You came back to save us. So now we will follow you through thick and thin.
To the bridge. If Edelthrad is there, then he requires immediate assistance. I say there is one thing that I find most troubling. The Lord Captain's Voxcasts. They are still coming in, even though it would make sense for Lady Theodora to be on the bridge right now, at the head of the counter-assault. I feel uneasy. What if the Lord Captain is besieged in her own chambers?
I just want those
With
skills
your
next
permission, I suggest that we confirm for ourselves that she is not. We can use the same elevator that Lady Theodora and Mort headed for earlier.
I wonder how Mort's doing. That's the real hero. Yeah. Pain
I always
soldier.
keep my options open.
Pain soldier. Pain soldier. Yeah. Pain soldier.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
What's that? 10 hills.
This could be an opportunity.
Yeah, what's it? What you got?
I always have a backup plan.
Goggles. Plays with energy capable power fast voice chip. Looking at power sources.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust. Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
Captain's quarters. Boom, 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 boom.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
It's a certain conviction rank. Characters been used to your veil. Have their own convictions. You can check what convictions.
Let us not dawdle.
This is where Great Aunt sleeps. I'm just gonna call her Great Aunt. She ain't my mother. She ain't my grandmother. She's a great something aunt. Is she dead? Your great aunt's dead.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
Can definitely wear that. Just hide that helmet.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
First, talk to Mom. The great aunt leader.
Will lead us to fortune.
There's some convict surprise. Dora von Valancius's body is sprawled on the large, blood-drenched desk. The Archmilitan's corpse, still clutching a weapon, is slumped against one of the bulkheads.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls.
She wanted that paycheck right there.
Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
She really cared about the fucking Lord Captain.
Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
I doubt it. Voidsphere wished humiliation and suffering upon Theodora. Not a swift death. I think I found it.
Could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Archmilitant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
We gotta look for the shooter first. It's a shot went straight through Mort's forehead, spraying floor of his furniture and round blood, charged his skull. The Archmilitan's weapons off. The killer must have been a split second quicker than he. What's the cause of this appearance? What it shows as an opposite shot, an extraordinarily accurate one at that. Dora's face bears an impression of surprise, the last emotion she experienced in life. Catches an eye. A heap of blood-splattered parchments and scrolls have fallen off the desk. As he leaned forward, something else. Small shards of glass on the floor. Horse counts the patches. You go over scrolls until you stumble upon a document that's starkly different from the rest. This handwritten letter signed with the initials XC. Still, this symbol that's vaguely familiar to you. XC, yeah. Shards by the desk. Say the exact was broken though. The object fell on the floor, and as much as you can ascertain, upon examination, the shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they've been submerged into a. Dear, what do these shards tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad, and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure.
Tainted witchcraft. Yes, the crucible of battle calls to me once more.
Okay, lady, calm down. Let's calm down, lady.
No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
chat on. What I look like. I get our poo watch look on. Them know we are the shooter. Get your helmet. Preemptively turn that off for you too.
More enemies to face judgment. We are truly blessed this day.
First, shoot here. For a good shot. Check terrorist and damage. Light medium armor types are both able to at the moment. Stat indicates what percentage of damage when an attack is being absorbed, the type of damage, sense again wearing as dodge test. The higher the dodge penalty, the lower the chance to dodge. A character in light armor dodges more attacks more often, but takes more damage when hit. Medium armor absorbs more damage. The character's hit, but reduces their movement. Sounds down characters use different type of effect.
Victory is imminent. I took care of this one.
Straight back in. Takes damage.
I'll make it happen.
Yes. There we go, baby. Penetration. Oh, you can see all the shit. Dropping for more shots.
The Emperor's death. Doubt is for the weak.
Just doing it for that plus. Good hit.
On it. Will do.
Just don't like you having things. And then just lightning bolts.
What an unfortunate
Oh, fucked up my man. This is good, but useless. Jesus.
I will do my duty. At your beck and an exemplary strike.
Go over here. Got away, go. What's that? There's another one.
Target well struck.
I'll see to it personally.
As the Emperor
He usually say for
commands, I
overrepresentation.
act. Eradicate it.
Go. What am I getting here? Finest hour. This grants an ally an extra turn with full AP and extra turn. There's no attack limit. Just tell someone to fucking kill. Sleeves racked. If they finish their attack. Yeah, I think this range is nice. Let's get early range. There was nice icons for them. Gain +1 stack, 4% slaughter. A tank. Let's get that. It just looks like a simple, safe health. This full attack deals +10. Instant explosion. Nah, that's easy. What's gonna be using this move? So make that shit free. Now my shooter. Velocity. She's gonna be using a lot of bursts. Three attacks equal to their weapons fire. For all those last pistols. Intelligence is less than 35. For you. My tank. The bridge. Stuff. Give me more stuff. Do his loot.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Suffering. Alright, failed that test.
The first sacrifice opens the eye.
Ah.
The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Doing some hand signal. Oh shit, what's going on here, stream? Second. Seems like I double check that later. Help has arrived. Elthra is clutching a bleeding wound in his chest. Why did they drop? Died real quick. I gotta check settings later. Stream. Help has arrived. Too late to change the tide, I'm afraid. If there's any honor in you, we can at least die in dignity, give our lives for the rogue traitor. Traps will not be joining us. Threat gives you a confused look. Then his realization dawns on him. His eyes fill with disbelief. Just dead for no reason. Can I pause? Oh, I can. Try. Shadows. Party. Let's try this. That might fix some frames. Like, it just looks choppy out of nowhere. Yeah, look at me. I clicked back on the window. Check these later. I wasn't doing that like a lot in the game. Oh, the rogue trader is dead. Thrad shudders and grabs his shoulder. As you watch, the sleeves of his jacket burst open and 2 bone grooves pierce through the fabric. No matter what ritual Conrad is performing here, the rope's too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The ring in the air. It's the end. Perish in the end. In warp, along with the war and all the dynasty's heirs. Many of humanity has just triumphed. Tira looks anxiously at Idlethrad, then she glances back at you. I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. Changes are already accelerating. The ship can still be steered out the warp, but we must first restore communication between the bridge and the navigator Stanctum. Then we have no right to bow our heads. Come on, guys. We have a perfect time to boom, 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 boom. Shoot him up. He's just there. See Conrad Vogt there, clearly in the gloom. Broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops and seems a pearlescent glimmer to them. At a time. Tira bites his knuckles, already thinking. You see wave ripple across the whites of Errol's face. Eyes, and they begin to turn sickly yellow. I mean, it's easy. Tell that complicates things. That's right, Lois said, and he sighs and locks eyes with you, his gaze cold, haughty, and fanatical. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it, and you see to it the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. Farewell. Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. I remember my words, for they are vowed to he who marches towards his death. What? Theodora is dead? I scared stares at you, seemingly genuine bewilderment. No! That can't be! Not now! I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
That's like his only voice line. Voice line, I should say. I got the powers of that vision in me. I don't think I'm getting anything from him going. I've gained nothing from him going. I've had a worse time.
I will deliver furious retribution.
It's called Rook Action Different Measures. Momentum is required. In the actions of the party, momentum will increase and decrease. High momentum value allows characters to use heroic back. Low value grants access to desperate measures. Both abilities can completely change the course of battle, but every party member can either use one or the other, and only once in a single combat.
It's as good as done.
Shot.
On it. I'll see to it personally. Who if not me?
Take my extra shot with her. Shoot. That nice big gun. Because I do not want a chaos spawn here. Let's make a number of extra attacks equal to their first fire. Oh yeah. We'll wait till I guess I'm a free turn, okay. Just work our way up to you.
But of course.
Just work through clearing the paths. Oh, we have ally. Zuh. I got shooters. Have better than chat. What does running stream give us? Leading. Best start to the game.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Rapid fire on motherfucker. My turn's not over, fella. Sir, my turn's not over yet.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
Charge in. This is...
Indeed.
We're just gonna keep swinging. Just keep swinging. It's an auto attack. That's such a fucking garbage reaction.
At your beck and call. It will be done.
Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. She also get that. There we go. That's a shooter. That's less things it can eat off of.
It's as good as done.
Attacks. More attacks.
I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally.
I'm holding the gun sideways. And not even in a cool sideways. Just, I don't know how to use a gun sideways.
I'll make it happen.
Anything else? Not this Scryer's job.
Hey, shoot this. Like that. That's good. She's just out. Stop hurting her.
Just a minor setback.
Don't kill her. Downed her. She has a trauma. Crippled arm.
Someone else can do this. I will do my duty.
Endure. Kill him. Ah, bless up. Me! That was me, you fucking piece of shit! Don't say that, don't say that. He was on our side, he was on our side.
On it.
I keep forgetting the fucking first button. Six to 8. That's so much good melee damage for just this. It's a chainsword, right? It's a chainsword.
It will be done.
It's as good as done.
Because I need that defense good. I'm not here to shoot. Ah, you know what I should have done? I should have hit her with one biggies.
Was that you? Or
What's that? Fresh injury. This is free.
Will do. But of course.
I need that to bring some. Oh, we were on the Veil degradation. Oh, we're gonna stop using psychic abilities for you, Adaya. We're just gonna stop using psychic abilities for a minute. He's too nice! He's too nice with it! Oh!
Victory is imminent. At your back and forth.
So let's see, shoot. I saw my life.
I won't compromise my principles. I refuse.
They can't. It's crew officer then.
Not me. I'll see to it personally.
I just get extra turns with him. That's all I need.
It will be done.
Sure, he has a constant supply of endure on him. Applied directly to the forehead. Ha 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 ha.
On it. Was that you? Or anything else?
And then put that back on him. Oh, that counts as psychic shit? Oh, blah.
At your back and forth.
How he just cooks.
I'd rather not. I will do like you.
Other, for all the times you could have done a...
I won't stand for it. I won't compromise my principles.
I was afraid I picked the wrong.
Victory is imminent.
Fuck it up. That's what a soldier does right there.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
These level ups real quick. Double characteristic. I do want fellowship trade. Let's put get weapon proficiency. Attack with the second weapon in the set in addition is the usual one attack round. Okay, yeah. Just up a characteristic or skill. I'm gonna take the dual weapon because I want to be a Ducati. +1 defection. That thick skin. Do his toughness. I want him to live. Characteristic, willpower. I don't want intelligence for that. Oh, intelligence is actually fucking nice. Willpower is nice as fuck, yeah. To interrupt. +10. We'll do +10 to dodge. Billy trash? Oh, she's crippled. That's why. I say, like, why are you so trash at ballistic skill? That's all you exist to do. Combat Medicaid. She's gonna be eating. Feed her medic slots.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
I'm at your service. Let's patch you up.
Administration is a holy task.
You will fix that.
This wound will make a fine scar.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
Still there.
A nice little stroll.
Ah, he's wasted 2 fucking medications. I think she's a... You're gonna use... Let's see. I'll give that to you. You just proved to me that you're more likely to die.
Keep your wits about you.
I expected. Ravor, Master Helmsman, report status report. Report status report. I even read. By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. White-haired man with sickly pale skin salutes you. Well, there's been a tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We're scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long. We need to re-establish contact with the Navigator Sanctum. It's our only chance of escaping from the warp. Words seem to knock the officers out of stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling in stress. Able to cuffs the crying officer without even looking. Restore the Vox channels to the Navigator Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. I'll pause for a few seconds before returning to you. Agrippa, you may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to discard rules. You're the only one who speaks for House Valancius. May not be the Lord Captain. You, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence. He directs your attention upward to the throne that sits at the apex of the tall staircase. What must I do? Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Let's go up to the throne, Master Agrippa. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the source of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk. How'd you people survive in here? Must have been a providence. It better have been the Emperor's and not everyone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Masters of Wisdom, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators, and I prayed for rescue. You know what? Thank you for being bitch-made. Bitch-made saved us. Look at that seat. Camera ankle. The image before you is hazy, swaying in the sorcerer's currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath the thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It's taking on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the true entity, surreal nature. Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. The voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and the voice booms with all the horrors of the warp. Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A mortal erratic, pointless tangle. It resonates and merges in the voices that you've already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that's finally invaded your mind. Be gone, Phantom! It begins to spin. I ain't gonna talk to that shit. Spin. This gets blood drops slither down your cheeks. You blink. You're no longer looking at Theodora. It's the traitor Voigtver. Just as fluid and ephemeral as the previous apparition. The same terrifying voice seethes through his lips. The aspirant vowed to return with the trophy. A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. The fate was assured and steps chosen. And yet, you spoke the unbreakable. When you look the aspirant's place, I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the iron world. I see by the side of my day of my resurrection. Dear, the image of scattered invisible sorceress winds, and you say, Dear, her eyes aglow in the safe sinister. Your engines woven into a tapestry of things, and to no come. I will be the will of the weaver of destinies, and today, I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. A thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys of salvation. The thread will guide you in the weapon of your fraternity. I'm going fucking like Scottish Irish constantly. I'm just trying to do like multiple voices because it's a fucking apparition. Cavalcade and hazy guns to the future, yet no pass before your eyes. A flash of crimson, purple, which replaces one another, of a violent kaleidoscope, without ever letting you get a proper look at them. Though the rippling mirage, you see a twisted image of Alvarad, Lord Essential of the Dynasty. Path is set, child of dawn. The world is woven. Follow it, servant of mine. River turns around and looks up at you. Hesitates for a moment, then addresses Albert, who's standing next to you. Seneschal, the navigator sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means... I don't know, it's absent-mindedly. Navigator gave his life battling the storm and nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory along with that of all who died to this day. He does not look away. He's giving a hard stare. His bright throat. Seneschal, you tell us now. Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As first officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
I ain't gonna stop that.
it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master.
Hail!
In my apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
Oh boy.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and
Thank you,
thousands of
subtitles.
crew members.
Thank you, subtitles. Glad that you opened them up.
Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. And through the strength of his resolve,
Oh, what's up,
saved
today?
those who were counting on him for protection.
Sounds like it's breaking apart. Give me void chip. Well then, your lordship. Essential does not know how to talk to you or begin. The decision begins an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is bloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together. You must now hold your first officer's briefing with your new lord as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on this bridge, this will also be their first briefing. Sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by deputies, while others go unfilled entirely, and now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. Have you succeeded in tracking down Voigtver? That's what Gasling's saying. I do agree that your revelation to your new status was rather precipitous. See that there are good reasons for it, not least the fact that without a Lord Captain, the ship would be destined for naught but disaster. But I digress. Edelgard's voice softened. Do not have a choice, Agrippa. Oh, wait, did I pick the wrong thing? I did pick the wrong thing. No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. People are still on the hunt for him, and mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's corridors. But frankly, not be surprised to hear that we are one shuttle short. Afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all he has wrought. How did we come to lose so many officers? I don't want to be a fucking Irishman. You two, please. You understand what I'm trying to say. We're just looking for found, which is unsurprising, given that the informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. What is the agenda of this meeting? What's on the condition of the ship and crew? The captain was not usually drawn away from her affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship. They are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take gargantuan effort, and even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge. They, in turn, will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. I'm ready to start the briefing. Summon the officers. The gesture Abelard relays orders the adjutants for the far end of that magnificent chamber. Fucking finger hurts. They got consumos. I'll need to see this. This impairs Vide's more energy. Expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and weariness. Attention, officers! You have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Agrippa von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard. As you wish, your lordship. Points to a tall, slender woman, whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Vigdis Suriota of the Toleman line, our new Vox Master. Okay. It is an honor to serve your lordship. Get that fucking... I got it. I'm going normal English. American English. It's an honor to serve your lordship. Vox Master Officer Deepbow. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew, members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving and processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Ravor, Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by Lord Captain and monitors the void around us, ensure that we do not stray into an ashen field or a pirate trap. The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dark expression that seems hardwired to his face gives a sullen nod. Hey, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum, Janris Donrock, oversees supplies, procurement, and general material well-being of the ship. I still the same book. Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows. It's an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comforts. Everything will be done to the highest of standards. In the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital function. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crew works to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. Lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. The officers salute you. The Infernus Master is so with confidence, while Officer of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drive Master offers a salute resembling a dance involving a complicated manipulation of the tech priest mechadendrites. Thank you, Abelard. Greetings to you all. I serve at your pleasure, Captain. To Infernus Master's reports. Yes, Lord Captain. The tall young man bows his head in conference. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment, in terms of material losses and crew casualties, have been completed. The results have been submitted to the Ascension and the High Factotum. The post passed him, and the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. In a low voice pitched for own ears. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. Drives Master, I'll hear from you now. Zira Talar, voice stored by a Vox Red translator, emerges from under the text priest Scarlet Captain. The foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engines entrusted in my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah. The spirit mourns its dead brethren. It's not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. Great sorrow, I also report the engine seer pride, overseer, and spiritual authority. All tech priests on board fell in battle. Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained with him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among us aboard whose experiences and comprehensions of the sacred programs equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. Would someone care to translate the steam drives master's words? The ship's most senior tech priest, the most senior both in rank and in experience, is dead. If we do not find a replacement, we will be unable to resolve the problems with the warp engine. Master Helmsman, deliver your status reports. Right you are, Cloud Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound more or less, without our engine seer prime and navigator, who fell in battle, with no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what'll happen first, our warp drive being torn to pieces or all of us melting in the bulkheads. Lordship, you allow me to interject. We arrived in the system. My crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all available communication channels on the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilite station. It's a station. The station maintains Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck. A true blessing from the God Emperor. Like it's made for the game. Sharp bolts pain lances through your skulls in response to what we just heard. You understand that if it's not the God Emperor you should thank for such good fortune. To the demon that appeared before you during the translation of real space echo in your mind. I am the will of the Weaver's destiny, and today I will weave you a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw. Versatility. A thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your next new residence. Slightly less shitty news. We can go round and round this Simpson until our heads are swimming, as long as Prometheum supplies last. If any thick-ass groks shit flaw of life come snooping around, we'll be able to take them out. Don't worry on that score. I like this guy. Don't give a shit who I am. High Factotum, what have you to report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will... I still lie that shit. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I'll personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for intention that all the lost supplies are replaced. There's only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly. That is people. We've lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum from the lowlands, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We'll be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winter Scale Rogue Trader Dynasty. We cannot simply I just keep fucking holding at the end in sing-song tone. I don't know why. Simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to a good stand with the governor. In respect, I'm powerless. Negotiations of this level are a matter of the Rogue Trader. Especially given Caligula's Winter Scale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later. The kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything in his reports? Shutting it alone, no. That's Orange Prince again. No, my job's simple. Maintain an arsenal and fire when I'm told. Just ask anyone. You've got no able crew, no Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? Now comes Officer's hostile and bitter reply. It's as if a dam has burst inside and all his pent emotions are rushing out of him. The ship's in ruins. Every second officer is dead. I've got a Green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead and void knows where. Silence! Bridge magnificent glass plane seemed to tremble in the force of Abelard's roar. Enforcers! Seize this mutineer! With a backhand. once. If only one officer alone who lost his fallen to pieces. Not bad at all. Your lordship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What do you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides find a replacement, that is, for we already have one lined up. Execute him. Saying it done. Take him away. Talk shit in my presence like that. It's one thing's voice of appearance, next thing's not. We'll ask our Master Warren's reverberates around his bridge as he's led to his fate. Summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members and we require a new engineer, prime and navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain. But bear in mind that this will not end in our trials. Ship systems will be properly inspected for major damage, which will only be carried south by Footfall Station. Comes to the only dockyard in the sector, but we will never reach Footfall without first solving the 3 immediate problems. What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves? Proceed to the Voxmaster to this point, Mr. Stoliman. We are in the Rykard system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in this system. Attempts to send Voxmen have produced confounding results. Navis Nobility Station was not simply failed to answer, it seems maintaining total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid system. Arquois Manaris itself is also not responding to our hails. What's most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals in service and seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very confusing, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Navis Mobility Station and find out what the void is going on. Thank you all for your reports. Dismissed! Officer salute, and he was one. Your lordship, there's one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, eternally esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. Perhaps you're wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, Lord of the Emperor, chief architect of his will in the Chronos Expanse. I came across a strange handwritten letter in Theodora's desk. It was signed XC, referring to the contents of that note, I presume. Yes, quite right, XC. Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora has to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrich von Kollux. Interrogate, you understand, Calyx. All I know is that he is somewhere in the system. Just find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any information to go on will be difficult indeed. The Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either Navis Napolite, Governor of Rykard Minoris, may know something. That's all of it, your lordship. A great deal of work ahead of you. It was a mere taste of the daily burn of Rogue Trader, so you must take up the reins of the Von Valancius Protectorate. Gives you another good night. Trying to gauge how long you'll have problems. His face softened slightly. Seems he is about to offer some words of encouragement. Adira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. Sister Barrett grimly nods towards Adira. The Psychers is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I forgot the voice I gave her at the start. For a brief, Sister Argenta's voice was sound hesitant. Also hoping to approach you with a personal request. You can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Daybreak. Dira, come to your senses. Damn it! Dira pressed her fingers on her temples and said, Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard. The head's still spinning. Something's very strange is heading our way. I can't make it out what it is no matter how hard I try. Single word is all I can make. God, daybreak. It's dawn. And it's ringing and ringing like an echo. Like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? Can extract information via from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Talas? No, not yet. Voices are going berserk. Shouting at once. I can't make a center any yet. As soon as I know a center of anything, I'll report it, alright? Captain, if you want to take a closer look into the future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions. I'm sure you'll benefit from them well. Psyker's bitten lips stretched to a wry smile. If nothing else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It's time to get to work. Talking right there. Alright. Send to the bridge, which rewards to the crew. Going to end it here. I'm going to do a save game. That and stream one. That's how I know. That's how I know I am. So yeah. Man, it's work. I'm tired. That was good. Good start. Got where I wanted to be. Took about 3 hours. I thought I'd do 2. A lot more talking, I remember. There's a lot more stuff, I think. Changes here and there. I like to start formation. That's how we move. I gotta work on my fucking accents. I was like, they're all going for like a sing song. I was like raising at the end of everything. I could not do a hard stop, guttural stop, nothing. Come back with water, hydrated. We'll be talking better. But that's for next session. We're playing again tomorrow, 7 o'clock. More sessions. We're gonna go see what we're gonna do. Find out more about the crew. Be a bit quick. Be tired. Just like usual. Follow me on YouTube for the for VODs. So you watch this on YouTube then. Follow me on Twitch for the live stream, all the fun Twitch interactables. Follow me on Twitter for no good reason. So yeah, we're gonna be going through this. Gonna be heavy playing this weekend. Still like after late nights for tomorrow, 7 o'clock. We start like 12 o'clock tomorrow on Saturday. Long session. Look forward to Saturday. That's gonna be the big one. Anything else I can think of? No, not really. Thanks for watching. Here's the links again. Hopefully get more updates to the channel tomorrow also. So thank you all for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye!